Good morning, everybody. So now all of you keep waiting. Next, we are going to study importance of pH in everyday life. So can anybody tell me what is the pH? First of all,
Power of hydrogen.
power of hydrogen. So, importance of pH in everyday life. So let us see that what are the examples of pH in everyday life, and if it is not maintained, what will happen, and if it is maintained, what will happen. So if you notice it here, basically we all knows that we have seen based upon the pH, we can classify the any substance into three different categories. So that is what we used to say. One is what? Acids, and middle we used to are having neutral, and we are having, yes please, bases. So bases. So if pH is less than 7, acids. If pH is equals to 7, neutral. And if pH is greater than 7, we used to call as, what we used to say, everybody? We used to call that bases. So now, if you take, of course, in our inside our body or outside our body, we are having a certain pH ranges. If the pH range is less than that or more than that, definitely it will cause some problem for us. So let us discuss what is the real life examples where we'll be having what is the pH range, and if it is getting disturbed, what is happening to the person and as well as in our surroundings. So let us see that the pH will plays very, very important role in our many activities in our daily life. So if you take most common problem, including me and including you, many of you might be having a biology. We already studied life processes. So gastric juices we studied. Do you remember everybody? The juices which is secreted by our stomach and as well as alimentary canal, wherever it is. So which will help in proper digestion. Yes or no, Mr. Omar? All of you? So gastric juices you can see. So the pH of gastric juices in the stomach is actually the important in the process of digestion. So our mouth, of course, the mouth digestion will start. So the pH of mouth can become a cause of tooth decay. So if the pH is not maintained well, then it will cause us to tooth decay. If the gastric juices is not maintained, it will cause us acidity. Understand? Like the growth of plants and survival of animals also depend on the proper maintenance of the pH. Many plants we can study for their surviving from the predators, animals and plants. They are having a certain kind of chemicals or substances with a different pH, like insects and some plants. So make use of these acids and bases, basic liquids for self-defense and as well as surviving from the other organisms. So like this, every organism, not only humans, every organism in somewhat and somehow they are using this acid basis concept for their surviving. So let us start with the first one, that is only we used to called as digestive system. So life process, we almost studied more than a month. So we all know the biggest and longest process in our body, metabolic process, is digestion. So if you take our digestion, is completely depend on the pH system. That is what chemistry. So if you take the pH in our digestive system, all of you remember, for example, the walls of our stomach will produce excess hydrochloric acid. So if you take, for example, our stomach will produce hydrochloric acid. You might be able to remember, everybody. Yes, please. Not only our stomach, everything. So every organisms like animals, it will produce hydrochloric acid. So now let us go back to the biology and tell me, What are the two functions of hydrochloric acid? Any one of you?
It creates acidic medium
Helps
and
in
Yeah,
the
it will make
creation of
the
pepsin
it will
salt.
make the pepsin into acidic medium so that what will digest properly? Proteins will digest properly. Am I correct?
Proteins.
Yes.
It's a
And
pepsin
as
will
well
be
as
activated.
yeah, it will kill the bacteria
Yes.
which will enter or pathogens you can use or foreign particles which will enter through the food into the stomach. So that is what. And this HCl is balanced by whom? Everybody.
Mucus.
It will be neutralized by mucus. That is what. That's fine. So do all people knows that the HCl which is secreted by, which is produced by our stomach, having a pH of very, very important. Having a pH of is just about 1.4. So it is a highly acidic or basic, highly acidic, strong acid or weak acid. Everybody.
Strong acid.
Yeah, strong, almost strong. Understand? But basically, we'll consider HCl means 1. 1, if it is 1, then it is a very strong acid. So, of course, 1.4, it is a little bit dilute hydrochloric acid. So, this HCl, which is having a pH of 1.4, so we used to consider as a dilute HCl. So, dilute HCl will help in, what is the purpose of this one? Will help in digestion of what? Digestion of
Digestion of protein.
food. Understand? So that is the main function. So without harming the stomach, it will help us. But of course, if you leave it, it will cause us damage. But that is why it is balanced by whom? Dilute HCl will be balanced by whom, guys?
Mucus.
Mucus.
So the main function of hydrochloric acid to help us in digestion of food without damaging our stomach. But sometimes our stomach, because of some problem, so excess of acid is produced in our stomach due to many reasons, like being overreacting or some other thing, or if you are not following the proper diet. So timings, like suppose you regularly were eating 2 o'clock lunch. So one day you were not eating by even 4 o'clock, but still the stomach will secrete the hydrochloric acid automatically when the time comes. So like that, when it is because of some reasons, being overreacting, the excess acid in the stomach, if it is secreted, so that is only causes. If this hydrochloric acid is secreted excess, understanding all of you? So it will only cause us indigestion. So that is only we used to call acidity. If it is secreted excess in our stomach, that is what will cause us indigestion. So you all people might be experiencing these things, indigestion in our daily life. Am I correct, everybody? All of you? So this indigestion will happen. Immediately your stomach will cause us what, guys? You people will produce what? You'll feel something. You will pain, stomach pain, and as well as it will cause us like irritation, burning pain inside the stomach. Am I correct, everybody? All of you? Yes, please. Somebody call to Mr. Johan. So that is the reason. So it will cause us indigestion. So that is what produces pain and irritation. So if you want to get relief from this indigestion, you all people knows to cure this indigestion and get rid of this pain. So we people will take something which I already taught you. Anybody?
Yes.
Yes, we people will take antacid, which is known as, what is the famous antacid? You all people knows.
Of magnesium.
Milk of
Magnesium iron.
understand?
Calcium.
So to cure this, to cure and as well as get rid of pain, so we people will prefer, we will take a basis. So what is a basis? Actually, it is acidic medium. So to get neutralized, so we'll use a basis. That is what called as. What is the basis we'll take? Of you?
Of magnesia.
Called as antacid. Antacids. That is the basis actually. So which is known as. Remember, antacid means anti-acids. What is antacids? Anti-acid. Who is the anti-acid? Everybody. Who is the anti-acid? Yes, please.
Bases.
Bases. So That is what we used to call as. So we will react with the anti-acids. So they will neutralize this excess acid and they will bring the stomach free from the indigestion and as well as get rid of pain. So that is what you have to, we used to say, for example, the anti-acids which we are taking, that is only we used to call magnesium hydroxide. So which is known as, what is to call, guys?
Milk of
Of
Magnesium.
okay, or else you can take any kind of indigestion tablets or tonic or whatever it is. You can notice it. Most probably it will be having milk of magnesia, or we will take another one which we used to called as sodium bicarbonate, or we used to called as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Only have two for class 10th. At least this you can learn. If you don't know this also, I cannot do anything. Also, we can call it as what? All of you. We used to call that baking soda. The formula is NaHCO3. Okay, NaHCO3. Also, we can call it as what? Sodium hydrogen carbonate, or we can call it as what, guys? Everybody? Sodium bicarbonate. This also don't know. Anybody is not saying, no use of it. Milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide formula. What is that? Everybody? MgO twice. Please remember everyone, at least these two. We are having only two antacids. That is what? Which is anti-acids to fight against what, guys? To fight against indigestion and pain and irritation causes by whom? Causes by, what is the reason behind indigestion? Because of excess secretion of hydrochloric acid. Okay, so to protect from this indigestion, so we have to use this antacids. So sir, antacids means, can I take the strong bases? You said antacid means bases. So can I take the strong bases? No, you should not take a strong bases. You should take a antacids. So what is antacids? Please write it. Antacids are a group of mild bases, okay, mild bases which have no toxic effect on the body. No toxic effect on the body. Do you all understand, everybody? Clear? So there only we should take. We should not take strong bases. Understand? They must be being in nature and they will react with the excess acid, and what they will do, guys? Acid will react with the base. What will happen? Acid will
Salt
react
plus
with the base. They will form salt plus water.
water.
So that is what we used to call. So this mild bases react with excess acid, excess HCl, and neutralize it. That is the reason we will get immediate relief. You might be heard in TV advertisement and all, within 6 seconds you will get relief from the indigestion. Have you heard it? You might be watched it also. Have you really? I mean, yes or no? So this also, it contains mild base, which will help our stomach to release relief, immediate relief from the indigestion. So that is what you have to remember. Any doubt anybody can ask? Clear, guys? Everybody? Hari Vignesh? Yes. So that is what. So this is the first example of importance of pH in everyday life. What is the first example, everybody? pH in our digestive system. Do you all clear, everybody? Understand? Each and every point you all people need to know. Next, second point. pH change as the causes of tooth decay. Again, biology chapter 1 life process we studied. Tooth decay. What do you mean by tooth decay, everybody? When it will cause us? When our mouth is in acidic medium or when our mouth is in basic medium? Everybody. Yes, please. Acidic media. Others don't know. So tooth decay. At least everybody, including Mr. Kaushik, I am requesting you to learn two antacids. What is the two antacids? One is milk of magnesia and second one is baking soda, also called as sodium hydrogen carbonate, or we can say sodium bicarbonate, because this is the chemical compound used to come again and again. Please learn this at least two. If anybody will ask, at least the two you say. Mr. Ashwin Gokul, understand? Never respond. Okay. So pH change as the causes of tooth decay. So we all knows that tooth decay, you all people experience, even many of you might be all experienced in our daily life already. Am I correct, everyone? So at least one or twice. So you can see now you all people wake up by 5 o'clock. So immediately maybe some of you already did the brush, or some of you after the class you might be go for brushing. You can see all of you. So what is the necessary of brushing with the paste every day? So let us discuss now. So that is what tooth decay. So if you notice it, if you are not maintaining our mouth properly, so then it is immediately crosses tooth decay. So before class, you might be see day before yesterday, I think I have given you in a tabular column where it is called as saliva before meal and saliva after meal. Anybody can tell me what is the saliva before meal? What is the pH value? Check your notebook and tell me. Saliva before meal, what is the pH value? All of you? Around 7.5. Saliva after meal, it came to less than
5.8.
6.5. Means before meal, our mouth is in basic medium. After meal, our mouth will become what? Everybody?
Acidic medium.
Acidic medium.
Yes or no? All of you respond, Ra. So that is what it
Yes.
is, very important one. So if you notice it, so before meal, if you have noticed it, our saliva, if you notice, what is the pH value, all of you? Approximately 7.5. So after meal, if you have taken, so what is the pH value, everybody? It is 6.5. Means our mouth is turning into what? Acidic medium or basic medium, everybody? It is
Acidic medium.
so when we eat the food which is containing sugars, of course, whatever the food we are eating, it contains mainly sugars only. Sugars means what? Carbohydrates. Understand, everybody? So they contains what? All of you? They contains the carbohydrates. Clear, everyone? So whenever we are eating this food, all of you remember, so the more number of carbohydrates or sugars are present, so the bacteria which is present in our mouth will break down with this sugar to form acids. So whatever the sugars we are eating, definitely it will be stuck something in our mouth. So these sugars react with the bacteria, understanding, which is present in our mouth, and they will produce us what, guys? They'll forms what they'll form? They'll form the acids. So even that acid, for example, like they'll form lactic acid. So the bacteria which is present in our mouth, the bacterial growth we used to call as. So when the bacterial growth will be proper, when we eat the sugars and like sweets and all, more carbohydrated food, so some part will be stuck in between the teeth or inside our mouth somewhere. So immediately the bacteria which is present will start reacting with the sugars and they'll form the acids. So this acid formed in the mouth after a sugary food has been eaten by a person, then this acid immediately will decrease the pH value or increase the pH value of mouth. Everybody? Yes, please. This acid will lowers the pH value of the mouth, lowers the pH value of the mouth, and it will make acidic medium or basic medium. Mitakshri? Making
Acidic
it what?
medium.
Making,
Acidic medium.
yeah, making it acidic. So what is that it? Our what? Mouth. So
Mouth.
if you are not caring properly, if you are not giving proper care, in this situation, the tooth decay will start when the pH of acid forms in the mouth just falls below 5.5. All of you remember, if the pH of our mouth will comes below 5.5, immediately it will turns into the new problem. That is only we used to called as what? All of you?
Tooth decay.
One important MCQ here. If you want to like tooth decay will forms the pH value of our mouth below what? Everybody? Below 5.5. Understand, Amma? All of you? So, when the acid becomes strong enough, suppose if the pH value is just after meal 6.5, if the pH value is causing like more acid is produced, so pH value came to 5.5. So, which is strong acid? 6.5 or 5.5? Everybody?
5.5.
5.5 is the strong acid. Understand, Harisaras? So 5.5 is a strong acid compared to 6.5. So if the pH value comes less than, if the pH comes less than 5.5 of our mouth, then immediately it will start reacting with the enamel of our teeth. Do you remember the strongest part of our teeth? What is that? Enamel only. Yes or no, guys? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So enamel of our
Yes, sir.
teeth will start reacting. So when the pH value is less than this, reacting with the enamel of our teeth, and it will start corroding it. That corroding it only we used to call as what? Tooth decay. So this process, let me write as a chemical equation as we are studying the chemistry. So nowhere you can find this. You go anywhere, but it is very simple. So let us take, for example, our enamel is made up of what? Everybody, it is the strongest part, and I taught you even in biology. So our enamel is made up of something. Can you tell me? It is made up of calcium phosphate. What is it made up of, everybody?
Calcium phosphate.
Calcium phosphate. Respond the formula. What is the calcium phosphate formula? Ca3
PO4 twice.
twice. Calcium phosphate. And reacting with the, for example, I'm saying, if it is acidic medium, you can see. So the condition of our teeth becomes worst when the pH lowers down below how much, Amma? Below
5.5.
5.5. Then the acid attacks on the enamel, that is what the outer layer of the tooth, and it will start corroding it. So when this corrosion becomes more and more deeper, then that is only we used to call tooth decay. We used to call another name. Can you tell me more and more deeper? We used to call Mitakshri? Dental caries. Biology we studied. I taught you. Do you remember, everybody? We used to call it
Yes,
as
sir.
dental caries. So this dental caries can be controlled by only proper rinsing of the mouth and using a mild alkaline toothpaste, and by using a less sugar foodie items. That is what those who are having the tooth decay, a dentist will suggest don't eat the sugary based food like sweets or any kind of more sugar containing foods. So it will causes more problematic. So what will happen, sir? When our pH value is very 5.5 less than that, it will become more worst situation for our mouth. So calcium phosphate plus reacting with, for example, HCl, hydrochloric acid. Gas or it is alkaline solution, everybody? It is, sorry, aqueous solution. It is aqueous solution. So hydrochloric acid. Gas means what should come name here? Anybody?
Hydrogen chloride.
Hydrogen chloride.
HCl, which will form calcium chloride plus H3PO4. H3PO4 means some acid. Anybody can tell?
Phosphoric acid.
Phosphoric acid. Very good. So calcium chloride, that is what the reaction between teeth and our acids. So balance it, everybody. I already balanced here 6 HCl. Now here you balance it. Anybody?
2H3PO.
2H3PO4. Very good. Calcium chloride. 3CaCl. That's all. Clear, everybody? Understand, Amma? So what is the best suggestion for this one, everybody? So our teeth is below 5.5 pH, or else the pH is less than 7. So that to cleaning the teeth, to neutralize the excess acid. So what is the reason we have to do it? Neutralize the excess acid. We have to react with what? All of you.
Yes,
Excess
sir.
acid. We have to react with what, everybody? React with the base.
Yes.
Now, that is the reason you are using so many paste. I think different people are using different paste. So toothpaste, whatever the paste you are using, Everything is, what is the nature? Everybody. All
It's
of you?
base.
Toothpaste.
Base.
Understanding? So the toothpaste is the, what is the nature of this one? It is slightly basic in nature. Okay, everyone, slightly basic or alkaline in nature. So immediately it will react with our mouth and it will neutralize the thing. That is why now you all people wake up from the bed. Your mouth is what medium? Acidic medium or basic medium? All of you.
Acidic medium.
Acidic medium. So we immediately we have to go. That is why our Indian culture, why our mothers and all, you can see our grandmother, grannies and all, as soon as they wake up from the bed, what is the primary duty? What the work they will do? First duty they will do in early morning is brushing only. Do you all remember, everybody? So when the same thing they will suggest us, we'll say, you granny, you don't know anything, you are old fellow, like that. So, but might be they don't know the reason exactly why they need to do the brush, but what is the necessity of doing the brush? That is our first action. Daily routine life, you have to do the brush as soon as you wake up. That is the reason 4:40 you should wake up. You have to take a brush 10 minutes. 4:50, 4:52 next, just relax, have some water so that our stomach will be neutralized, so that you will get a free motion and you have to get ready for the class. That is what is the suggestion followed by you from even at least from today. Do you all understand, everyone? That is the necessity, because whole night our mouth is in a closed position. As soon as our mouth is in a closed and relaxing, our bacteria is the suitable conditions, understanding, for well growth of bacteria during the sleep. So that is why you may see that 99% of mouth, as soon as if you wake up early morning, we will feel slightly smelling. Have you experienced it or not, everybody? Yes, please. All of you? Nobody?
Yes, sir.
Definitely will experience the smell. That is the reason it is. Because whole night the bacteria will start secreting, reacting with the sugars what we are eating, and it will start producing the acids. And remember, to balance it, we have to use a toothpaste. We are using so many toothpaste. Understanding? Your toothpaste salt irka, idu irka, adu irka, adu ellame, the pH is being about 8. What is the pH value of our toothpaste, everybody?
Above.
Above 8, not being about 8, not about 8. So which are basically basic in medium, and when we cleaning the teeth can neutralize the excess acid and it will prevent from the tooth decay. If you are already having a tooth decay, you are already suffering from tooth decay, you can go with changing the eating habits, such as less sugary foods like sweets, toffees, ice creams, chocolates, candies. Like this food, you should avoid it. You all should remember that. I am writing. So like this food and all, you people just need to avoid, so that it will be controlled tooth decay. And if it is too much paining, you just go consult the dentist and go for the cleaning of the tooth decay and make it replacement or something. They will use it. They will give some proper treatment. So this is the second pH importance in our everyday life. pH change as the cause of tooth decay. Now go immediately later after the class and check it. What is the pH of our toothpaste? Definitely it is mentioned on your toothpaste. You can check it, all of you. Every toothpaste there is to mention the pH value. It's approximately about 8. You can check it. Okay, whatever the paste you are using. Now, next, third one. So third one is more important one. So those who are having agricultural land and those who are farmers, they will be having a more real life experience. This one. Mr. Omar, can you hear me? I want response from you. Yes. So that is what. So plants and animals, very, very important. So plants and animals are sensitive to pH change. So let us take the plants and as well as animals now. First, plants we'll discuss. So soil pH and plant growth. If you notice it, Omar, can you hear me, Ra? I'm calling you. So if you take that, the plants and animals are very, very sensitive to pH changes in their environment. So the growth of plants and survival of animals both depends on, like we can take, if there is no proper pH conditions, which will suitable for their growth and surviving. So it is impossible to survive. If it is impossible to grow the plants. So let us see now soil pH and plant growth. So if the soil is too acidic, the plant cannot be survived. If the soil is too basic, the plant cannot be survived. So if you want to grow the plant, the soil must be what, guys? All of you. It must be neutralized soil. So soil pH and plant growth both are actually dependent factors. If the pH is, if you take for example, the most of the plant will grow best when the pH of the soil is, understanding, best growth of plants when the pH is, all of you remember, pH is just close to 7. Understanding, all of you? So if it is too much more than 7 or less than 7, closer to 7, that's fine. So plants can grow. So if you take that, if the soil is too acidic or too basic, then the plant grows very, very badly, or even they do not grow at all. If they grow also, they won't give the proper yield, or leaves are not getting properly. So many problems we can notice it. So that is why the soil may be acidic or basic naturally, if you see, because of our fertilizers, because of our pesticides, because of water, because of nature of the soil. Maybe our soil, what you are having agriculture land, it may be acidic or it may be basic in a natural way. But the soil pH is also affected by the useful, mainly the reason, present generation, the main reason by the soil pH changing because of chemical fertilizers and pesticides using in the fields. So, for example, if the pH value is like acidic soil, if I take, I'm having agricultural land, I'm having acidic soil. So whose pH is reach as low as 4, understanding, and you can see same way the basic soil can go up to soil can go up to 8.3. So you can see here. So basically the pH value, because of using the fertilizers, even the acidic soil, the pH value reaches to where, guys? Approximately it will reaches to, everyone, as low as 4, and even the basic soil means it may reaches up to where? Up to 8.3.
8.3.
Now, in these both the cases, the plants cannot be grow because it must be closer to what? If you want to grow the plants well, the pH value must be close to what? 7.
7.
So because of using the chemical fertilizers or pesticides, whatever it is, so our soil may becomes too acidic. That is what, like as low as 4, and too basic. That is what, up to 8.3. So we have to make it for better growing of plants by adding the some chemicals. So chemicals can be added to the soil so that to adjust its pH and make it suitable for growing the plants. So that is what, like any kind of crops. So most of the soils, if you notice it, most often means very frequently, the soil turns into too acidic. So because of our chemicals, it will turns into too acidic. So that we have to add what, guys? We have to neutralize it. So by adding what? Base, or we have to add base,
Base.
we have to add acid. So the soil is too acidic, having a low pH or high pH, all of you, low pH. So we have to treatment, like we have to treat it with the chemicals. That is what to neutralize, like materials. We all knows. Can you tell me what is the basis? We knows materials like quicklime. Can you tell me what is the name of the quicklime? Chemical name? Quicklime, calcium oxide, or slacoline. What is the slacoline formula? Hey, who is that? Who is that? Please don't speak. Too much disturbance it is. So it is a slacoline. So what is the slacoline formula? Everybody.